Here, I have a question. Let's talk about the CNN interview yesterday with the guy from Christ Church. Should women submit to men?
No, unless the men are also willing to submit to the women.
What would you say? Where are they getting this from in the Bible?
So there are submission passages in Scripture, and as we've addressed in previous videos here, the Bible was written by men. So you have patriarchal societies, for sure. But this is all about power. This is about how do certain people have power over people, and rather than calling it that, we use things like authority and submission and create this spiritual language, which is all this is. But all Doug Wilson wants to do is have power over others, and he wants his group to have power over everybody else.
Well, I don't think it's just this church, right? Like, we see that in evangelical spaces and like a lot of the settings we've been in, where it's maybe not as like overtly said, but where there is those undertones that the man is the head. There's less women in leadership on churches. Obviously, then you go into elder boards.
Well, that's where you get to Christian nationalism, which is there's a certain way to do this that leads to the most power for these people and people who look like them, act like them, think like them. So you have, Pete Hegseth and you have Donald Trump and you have all these guys supporting one another in the same common goal. And this is getting to the point now where normal Christians are starting to go like, oh yeah, maybe there's some merit to some of these ideas, which is where it gets really scary, is when this becomes normalized.
Well, I don't know. You think it's picking up speed with
100%
Christian groups?
Speed, yes.
I feel like there's like maybe it's just...
These are the churches right now that are probably growing the fastest. And even in the CNN interview, he's talking about, he's got, I think they said 150 churches, and they just launched one in DC. I mean, this thing is growing under this administration. I mean,
we're not going to talk about it in this video, but this kind of lends itself to the birth rate dropping and the quote unquote male loneliness epidemic that's happening. Like, that's only going to increase when you have stuff like this happening.
Correct.